Welcome back to another video. Come inside, I'll explain what I'm doing. Now today's video is all about tackling the entrance floor level. Now what I mean by that is from the front door into this area here, which will be the stairwell. At the moment it slopes up. Now if you're new to the channel and you don't understand the layout of the cottage, at the back of the cottage the floor is probably 20 inches higher than the front. So what I'm having to do, the challenge is to split the levels and make it usable basically. I can't go too low in this quarter, which is the kitchen area, because I need my height for the water outlet. I'll explain that a little bit later before I get too complicated with the intro. So basically what I'm going to be doing is digging this area out. I'm going to configure maybe a stone step. I'm going to pull the stairs back. They're going to be altered so that I can have easy access upstairs. We're not encroaching onto the bathroom. Just going to get started. Got my Kango set up. We're going to dig this area out, get some levels, and basically I need to try and drop this floor level low enough so it's level with the threshold of the front door. Now this quarter here is determined by the height of the front door threshold. So now this point here is the threshold level. I've got to dig down so that the top of the flooring finishes there. Not too much to come out in this area, but the further back you go, the steeper it gets. So already over 180, 6 foot distance, we are 8 inches, 20 centimetres, 200 mil out. So just to level it from this point back this way, probably got about 10 inches to come down here. So I better get started. Wow. Ooh. That's a big stone. Oh, let's hope all the floor ain't like this. That's odd. The formation of stones here. Very odd. This goes underneath there. It's almost like a shaft. I don't think it is. Okay, let's get that other stone up. Seam of rock there. You never know what you're going to find once you start digging. I knew there was some stones on the surface, but so you don't know until you start digging. I'm not going to dig all this out, no way, but I just want to see what's here. There's a big seam of rock there. Maybe it's the natural bedrock. Almost looks like it's man-made. It's not, I don't think. Come on, certainly use the big rocks. Okay, who knows what else we're going to find. Wow, actually I've just found a cavity. Now we always did think that there was a bit of a hollow in certain places. Can you see that? I'm going to get a torch and shine inside there. It's probably nothing, but you never know. It certainly goes in a fair way. No, I'm not going to stick my hand in there. Let's put a stick in there, see how far in it goes. Now we've got this bit of pipe. Quite long. 1 foot, 2 foot. Wow, more than that. At least that long. It's intriguing. Secret cellar. Who knows? I don't think it would have been natural erosion. There's no water really passes through or under here. You see it went in quite deep. Knows what else we're going to find. Well, that has certainly made my mind up. I shan't be digging that raised area in the kitchen any lower because it's solid rock. Yeah, that's really intriguing, that cavity there. Buried treasure in there. Very bizarre. We have noticed over the floor, over this area, little tiny holes that went right down. Didn't really think much of it. Didn't really look, you know, too closely at them, but yeah. Doesn't look like it's been eroded away or anything. And the rocks look like they are almost in situ. You know, not placed there particularly, although some of them, it's hard to say really. Some of them look like they may have been placed there. Oh, I've got myself some rocks anyway. Always use them. Indiana Jones. Let me show you one of those other holes I was on about. So there's one there. Probably one there. Probably some more scattered about, but let's see how deep that one goes, shall we? Might not be nothing, but that feels loose there. it's all hollow underneath here. Well, not hollow, but gaps in the rock. Well, it's certainly a good foundation anyway. Believe it or not, it's actually not lifting heavy things that hurts me back. It's when I'm in a prolonged position that I shouldn't be in for a while, so don't worry when I lift heavy stuff. I don't feel nothing when I do that, it's just awkward angles. Okay. Right, well I could probably, this is too low for my finished level, I could always backfill it with some stone. Now behind me, just here, I'm thinking about putting in a stone sort of quarter turn step for the stairs. So no need to dig too low there. So yeah, I'm still figuring out the best way to do it because there's lots of considerations. If I move it too far this way, I encroach on the kitchen. In the bedroom, bathroom, sorry, it's getting late in the day. But if I'm too far that way, they'll come into the slope of the roof. So I do plan to bring it back this way. Now I will examine the stairs to make sure they're fit for purpose. They look pretty good. There's a couple of little areas I might have to address, but I do plan to use these stairs, although they're a bit steep. I'm going to bring this back. There's going to be a stone step here, so you come into it this way. And onto a flat platform, and then you'll go up the rise of stairs, and then maybe another turn at the top to bring you out that way. That's the plan. Now I don't want to dig too low below this foundation stone because that is holding the vertical timber that holds up the centre of the A-frame above. So I've kind of incorporated the stone step here to kind of pick this up as a foundation as well. So it's going to give this a bit of strength. Now this area here I do plan to extend it out and make a slightly deeper, more like a patio this side than a path that side, because the driveway kind of tapers in the further in you go. So here I've got the option where I can come out a bit wider. So I've got some old plastic that was here with the farm already. Just going to lay that out across there. There's quite a fall on this, so no need to worry about sitting water or anything like that, which is a consideration when you use non-permeable plastic. This has got a few holes in it, so it's fine. So we're just going to lay that across there, and that way I haven't got to walk miles with this wheelbarrow all the way around the back. So I can lose probably a ton or so here. That will save me a lot of time and a lot of leg work. Work smart, not hard. Although this sort of work is pretty hard going, I won't lie. Yep, normally gets windy around about this point. Leopard slug on there. Don't want to bury him. There comes the wind. I think they just eat vegetating dead stuff, so I don't think they do too much harm to your garden, but all the same, we're popping in the field next door. When you're working on jobs like this, it's very important to quickly establish the most efficient way of doing it. Takes a little bit of trial and error, but it depends what you're working with. So I've found using the Kango first to break it all up, then the pickaxe to loosen it all up, shovel it off and then rake it. And that way we can move the most amount of material in the shortest amount of time, really. The least amount of effort, which is the name of the game with this. But yeah, making good progress. Going to dig across the trench this way, get it level, and then work that way. I've done some measurements. It's roughly where it needs to be. Got our system in place, safely up and down the steps. So, yeah, let's just march on with it. As he hits a big stone. Square up the edges. Rain once again. A little bit slippery underfoot. Not ideal to be walking my wheelbarrow right the way around the back full of clay. It's really coming down now. Okay, plan B. So I've still got this section to frame out and the area beneath. Just a little bit of tidying up there to do. Yeah, maybe we'll look at that. I've got the timbers, I went there this morning. Got some in my car, just in case. Yeah, you always got to have a backup plan. Before I forget, I'm going to show you something in a moment that I purchased for the cottage. I went to a Vide Grenier the other day. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I see it. And well, yeah, I've got to have it. So as soon as it stops raining, I'll go and get it, bring it in, and I'll share it with you. I'm just going to load all the timbers upstairs, get that set out. Hopefully the rain will stop and I can recommence. Okay, the rain stopped for a couple of minutes. Let's go and have a look at that item that I bought for the cottage. Yep, you guessed it, it's a rocking crib. Now it's not for any grandchildren or any more little kittens. What it is for the cottage. Now what I plan to do is put some little feet, cut some little wedges there to keep it stable so it doesn't rock. And I'm going to use this as a log basket. Now this dates back to, from what I can see of its construction, probably late 1700s, around about that mark. Yeah, it really is naive and sort of crude, but that's part of its charm. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. Beautiful condition, lovely worn patina on it. Yeah, I think that'll look a treat, cleaned up inside the cottage. Just look at the wear on them handles. Now this may have been tied up. Sometimes I used to suspend them to rock, as well as putting it on its base. But yeah, its beauty is in its simplicity. Absolutely lovely. A real find this was. Now, how much did I pay for this, you asked? Well, I paid €20 for it. Yep, I couldn't wait to buy it. So yeah, once it's cleaned up, been placed next to the fire, you know, to think something like this would have maybe been inside that farmhouse cottage all those years ago. Yep, with a little baby in it. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. Very in keeping with the date and era and style. It would have been exactly the same style as this. You know, it may have been made on the farm by a local carpenter or something like that, but yeah, just a beautifully crafted, artisan crafted, maybe, you know, a farm worker crafted, who knows. But yeah, beautiful piece of history going back inside that cottage. Now, as well as trying to preserve all the beautiful old features in the cottage, I do plan to put back period pieces that would have belonged in the cottage to that era as well. So yeah, part of the fun is sort of going out and buying all these bits and pieces, and yeah, I have real fun doing it. It's quite a new concept for me to actually buy something and not to sell it, you know, but you know, you don't have to sell everything you have. You know, some things I will keep, but yeah, it's just nice that the same period, you know, it just fits and ties in lovely with this cottage. So yeah, I was well pleased with that. One other last thing that I purchased previous week. I knew obviously what it was, so let me explain. It's a weight. Now these are granite. They have sort of holes punched in them, and then they sort of sweat them in with lead or something like that. Often see them about, nice decorative pieces. Now, on a recent visit to a chateau, they had like a reconstruction in the kitchen of all period stuff, and these were used in there, believe it or not, on an open fire with the winding mechanism. I forget what they're called now, but these would have regulated the speed in which that spit would have turned. So yeah, learn something new every day. I did. Right, now let's get back to work. Okay, so we're back upstairs in the cottage. Now what I plan to do now is just extend this framework right the way across there. Okay, that is it from me. Thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.